Yeah, good morning all. So this is our grammar which has been given something like S derives to AB and A derives to BS or small b and B derives to S capital A or small a. Now this is the grammar which has been given and we need to convert this grammar into the corresponding grayback normal form. Now, when we check this grammar, now we can say that the grammar is already simplified. So here I am writing given grammar is already simplified and it is available in CNF form. It is already available in CNF form. Hence, it is not required for us to simplify the grammar and convert it into the Chomsky normal form. Now, once we did that, then what we have to do? We need to rename the variables. We need to rename the variables using A1, A2, A2 and so on. A1, A2 and so on. Okay. See, as I'm having some problem with the subscripts, like every time I need to select and select the subscript. Now, in order to avoid that, what I'm doing directly, I'm taking A1 directly like this. This A1, A2 and all these are variables. Okay. So instead of writing the subscripts, so what I'm doing directly, I'm taking A1, A2 like this. Okay. Now, once we do that, now I already told you. So what is the order in which this A1, A2 and A3 has to be taken? The order in which the variables numbering has to be taken is the order in which the productions has been written. So what is the first variable we have? We have S. So hence, so S is renamed as A1. S is renamed as A1. Then what we have next variable capital E. So capital A is renamed as A2. Then we have capital B, hence it has been renamed as A3. Now we can see, so this is how we need to rename the variables. Now how many variables are there? Three variables are there. Then finally we have renamed all the three variables A1, A2 and A3. Now we need to rewrite our productions. So here we are going to write. So rewrite the productions, so using new variable names, so what is this? S derives what? S is A1. S is A1. A1 derives A2, A3. A1 derives A2, A3 and A means A2. A2 derives what is B? B is A3. B is A3 and S is A1. S is A1 or B or B. So this is our A2 production. Then go for this one. Third one B. What is B is? B is A3 derives SA. S in the sense A1 and A is A2, A1, A2 or A. A1, A2 or A. Okay. Now these are all the productions which we get after renaming the variables. Now we need to check whether all our productions are available in our required form or not, such that I is less than or I less than j or not. So here check I less than j condition will become true or not. So here what is I? I is 1, 1 less than 2. Now the condition is true. So no changes are required for this one. Now let us go for second production. Let us go for second production. What is our second production we have? So we have A2 derives A3 A1. So now what is I value? I value is 2. I value is 2. 2 less than 3 because J value is what? J value is 3. Now the condition is true. So no need to do any changes to our A2 productions also. Now go for third one here. I less than J. What is I? I is 3. I is 3. Now what is J? J is 1. J is 1. Now the condition 3 is less than 1. The condition is false. The condition is false. Now I am going to call it like some expression 1. I am calling it like expression 1. Okay. Now what we have to do is, so here as this condition became failed over here, now what we need to do, we need to do some changes to our grammar in such a way that this condition should become true. So in order to do that, now what I am doing, now I am going to substitute A1 productions in A3. Okay. Now what I will do, so introduce A1 productions in 1 in 1. Okay. Now I am going to introduce the A1 productions in 1. Okay. Now once we introduce A1 productions, what we will get in 1, what is this? This one is A3. So this one is A3, which is nothing but our first equation. So here in the place of A1, what we have to do, we need to introduce the A1 productions. What is A1? We have A2, A3. That's it. So in the place of A1, we are going to write A2, A3. That's it. Okay. Now please check. Now please check whether this condition is again true or not. Please check the condition is true or not. So what is the condition we have to check? So I is less than j or not. What is I value now? I is 3 and what is j? J is 2. J is 2. Now the condition is false. The condition is false. So hence now what we will do now, now we are going to introduce A2 productions in equation number 2. Okay. So here what we do, now I am going to write introduce A2 productions, introduce A2 productions in 2, in 2, or you can write A3 also in 2. Now what we have for A3? So this is our A3. Let us copy that A3. Now here in the place of this, we need to introduce A2. What is A2 we have? A2 is nothing but A3, A1 or B. A3, A1 or B. Now here first occurrence will be, first we will replace this A2. First we will replace this A2 with A3, A1. A3, A1. Now we will get A3, A1, and this part is already available with A3 itself, which is nothing but A3, A2. Okay. Then what is the second production we have with A2 here? We have small b, B followed by A3, A2. B followed by A3, A2. Okay, and already we have small a with it. Already we have small a. Right. Now what actually we did here? Now we have introduced A2 productions in A3. What is A2 productions? We have A3, A1 or B. So here we get A3, A1 one time and here we got B. Okay. Now please check whether the condition is becoming true or not. So just check this one. So here now we need to check whether the I value is equivalent, less than or equal or not. Now you can see here 3 less than or equal to 3. Now you can see here, now condition is false, and you can check that I is equal to j. I is equal to j. Means what is happening here? Now there is a left recursion available with this production. There is a left recursion available with this production. Okay. So here I am writing as I is equal to j, as I equal to j. So left recursion is present in production A3, in production A3. Now remove the left recursion in A3. In A3 as follows. How we are going to remove? That's what is very important. Okay, so how we are going to remove is just very simple. See, first what we have to do is let us take A3, and you know that this is A and this is alpha part, and this is beta 1 and this is beta 2. Now here what we are doing is, so first we are going to take this beta part as it is. This beta part as it is. So first we need to take the beta part as it is, and then we need to write beta 1 a dash, beta 1 a dash. A dash is nothing but what is here, what is the variable here? A3. Now that is the reason why here we are going to introduce a new variable called Z3. Okay, Z3. Z3 is a new variable which we are introducing in order to remove the left recursion. So beta 1 a dash. A dash is nothing but Z3. And this one is beta 2 a dash. Beta 2 Z3. Beta 2 Z3. Okay. Now if you check thoroughly here, so what we did, now we are removing the left recursion, something like this. So beta 1 a dash, you can see here beta 1 a dash, where Z3 is a new variable. And the next one, small a, which is beta 2 a dash. Now this one. Okay. And in addition to that, now we need to take beta 1, beta 2 also. Beta 1, beta 2 also. Now we need to write Z3 productions. What is this Z3 productions are? Z3 productions are nothing but alpha 1. What is this alpha 1? So this one is alpha 1. Because we have a derives to a alpha or beta. So what we write? Alpha a dash, right? So first what we do here is, first we are going to take one occurrence without the new variable. So that's the reason why we are taking that variable, we are taking that production without the new variable, and the second production will be with the new variable. With the new variable. What is that new variable? Which is nothing but Z3. Understand? So this is how we are going to remove the left recursion which is present in the given production. Okay, so here the very important thing what we are doing is, so here we are going to take the one occurrence directly and one occurrence with the new variable, that is what we are doing while eliminating the left recursion which is present in the GNF. Okay, now here if you observe thoroughly, so this A3 productions are there, where all these A3 productions are already available in GNF form. You can see here how I am saying terminal followed by variables, and we have only one terminal, and terminal followed by variables, and terminal followed by variable. Now I can write over here. So this production is in GNF. Already it is in GNF. Okay, now what we have to do is, now we are going to substitute all these productions of A3 in other places, so with which we can convert the other variables into the corresponding Grayback normal form. Okay, so first, now what I will do, so these are the three variables we have. We have A1, A2 and A3. Now already we have converted our A3 productions, so these productions into the corresponding GNF form. Okay, now what we do, let us take A2. So let us take A2. So what are the A2 productions? So here I am giving some number for this. So see here, let us take this one as a 3 and this one as 4. This one as 4. Now what I will do, see here, and this one I am calling it like a 5. Why? Because so the Z3 productions so far has not been converted into the GNF form. Okay. Now what I will do here, I am going to write introduce A3 productions, or what I can say, let us take this one as a 6. So depending on my requirement, now I am going to write this one. Okay, introduce 6 productions, 6 productions in 3, in 3. What is 3 here? This one, in 3. So this is 3. Okay, so you can check it out. What is 3 here? A2 derives to A3, A1 or B. Now, this production is already there in GNF, but this A3 has to be replaced with this entire production. So first what we'll do, this A3 will be replaced with the first production available in A3. So first what will happen? So this will be removed and we will get this one. Okay, then we will get small a. So small a followed by a1. Small a followed by a1. Okay, that is our second production. And what is the third production? A3, A1. So this is A3. Copy. I am copying straight away. A3 and A1. So where from this A1 is coming, you can see here we have a production called A3, A1. And I am rewriting the A3 productions using 6. Okay, then what is next one? We have small a, Z3 and A1 or B. A1 or B. Now you can see here. So we have A2 productions which are available in GNF form. You can check terminal followed by variables, terminal followed by variable, terminal followed by variables, terminal followed by variable, and only a terminal. Now I can say that all my A2 productions are available in G and F. So this is in G and F form. Okay. Now again I'm giving some number for this called 7. Called 7. Now so far what we did, we have converted A2 and A3 into GNF form. Now again what we have to do, we need to convert A1 also in GNF form. Now in order to convert A1 into GNF, what is A1 productions? We have A2, A3. We have A2, A3. And already we converted our A2 productions into corresponding GNF form. Now straight away what I will do now, so here I am going to write. So introduce 7 productions. 7 in the sense what? Whose productions? A2 productions. Introduce 7 productions into 4. Into 4. What is this 4? This one. So 4 means A1 into 4. 4 means A1. What is A1? A1 will be A2, A3. A2, A3. And every time what we have to do, we need to replace this A2 with each and every production of this one. You can see here in the place of A2, first we will get this one or then what we have with A2, small a, A1, small a, A1, this is A2 and this is A3 or then the next one will be this one. A3, this entire part, then A3 or next we will get AZ3 A1, AZ3 A1 or B A1, B A1, B A1. Oh sorry, B A3, B A3, and here also we need to write A3. Why? Because this A3 is coming from A1 production. This it will remain as it is. You can see here. So whatever the variable was there, which was not highlighted with the yellow marker. So this is the variable which is coming from our original production. And whatever we have highlighted in yellow color, so this is the substring or the production which is coming from the substitution. You can see here we have substituted A2 here As we have substituted BA3, A2, A1. So here we got BA3, A2, A1. And this is A1. So we substituted this one. And the BA3, A2, Z3, A1. So this is what BA3, A2, Z3, A1. Okay, and then we have AZ3A1. Yes, we got AZ3A1, and here also we got BA3, BA3. Okay, so like this, what we did, we have substituted so all our productions. Okay, now check whether A1 is in GNF or not. Now we can see we have terminal followed by variables, terminal followed by variables. Yes, all our productions are available in terminal followed by variable. So I can say that this is in GNF form. And now I am going to call it 8. So I am going to call it 8. Okay, wait a second. So I am going to call it 8. Okay, now please observe. So we have converted our A3 productions into GNF, A2 productions into GNF, and then the A1 productions also into GNF. But here we are forgetting something, so which needs to be converted into GNF. What is that? We have Z3 productions. We have Z3 productions. So how we got these Z3 productions? We got these Z3 productions because of A3 variable is involved in the left recursion. Now what we have to do now? We need to convert the Z3 productions also into GNF. Now, what is this Z3 is saying? Z3 is having the first variable like capital A1, and here also we have a variable called capital A1. Now, already we have a A1 variable. So, this variable predictions are already available in GNF. Now, once we introduce the predictions of variable A1 into Z3, automatically the Z3 predictions also going to become the in GNF form. Now that is the reason why here we write, so introduce 8 productions. 8 in the sense A1 productions. Introduce 8 productions in 5. In 5. What is 5 here? We have Z3. Okay, now as we have a lengthy production available over here, now here I am going to divide this Z3 into 2 parts. So Z3 like this. Okay, now what we'll do here, so in the place of this A1, in the place of this A1, now we need to substitute all these productions. So now what I will do, so this A1 will be replaced with this entire production, and this A3 A2 will be common for each and every production. It will be common for each and every production. So here I need to specify this one. Now let us check whether we have our required production or not. Now you can see here. So we have replaced A1 productions in Z3. Now once we replace the A1 productions in Z3, so this is what we are getting. These are the productions which we will get. So don't worry about the length of the production. Okay, you just need to check whether the productions are available in the given GNF form or not. Okay, now you can check it out over here. Now these are all the first set of Z3 productions after introducing the A1 productions in Z3. Now you can see here, so already we have Z3, which is nothing but A1 followed by A3, A2. Now this A3, A2 will be appended to each and every production which is available in A1. Now you can first check over here. So B, A3, A2, Z3, A1, A3 appended with A3, A2. That is what we are doing over here. Okay, now with this we can say that all these predictions are available in GNF form. So these are all in GNF form. This is in GNF form. Okay, now we have to do the same for the next Z3 predictions also. Okay, so A1 followed by, you can check it out over here, A1, A3, A2, Z3. Already we have A1, so this is our A1. So this A1 predictions needs to be appended with A3, A2, Z3. A3, A2, Z3. So these are all our A1 predictions. So this A1 predictions needs to be appended with A3, A2, Z3. That is what we are doing over here. So A1 predictions are appended with A3, A2, Z3. A3, A2, Z3. So just we are doing that. A3, A2, Z3. Okay. Now please check it out over here. So here we have one more. Okay. Now we can say that all our productions are available in now you can check our Z3 productions. The Z3 productions are terminal followed by variables, terminal followed by variables, terminal followed by variables, and terminal followed by variables. Now we can say that these predictions are also available in GNF form. So this is in GNF. Okay, now finally what we did, we have converted A1 predictions into GNF form and A2 predictions into GNF, A3 predictions and as well as Z3 predictions into the GNF form. Now finally we need to write the final predictions. So final predictions are, I can write like this, the predictions in GNF are. Now we need to write all the predictions and some place. So first starting with A1, because this is the first variable, start symbol of the grammar. That is the reason why first we need to write this one, A1. Next we need to write A2. We need to write A2. So this is A2. Okay, next we need to write A3. Why I am following that order only? Because when we have rewritten our grammar, we have written our predictions something like A1, A2, A3. So next we need to write A3. So these are all our A3 predictions. So A1, A2, A3. Next we need to write Z3 predictions. So these are the Z3 predictions. So why I have taken Z3 here, please try to understand. The reason why I have taken that new variable like a Z3 variable, the reason for that is because the left recursion here, I got the left recursion associated with the variable called A3. That is the reason why I have taken the new variable called Z3. For example, let us assume that if you are getting the left recursion with the variable A2, in the sense, now you can take a new variable called A2. If the left recursion with the variable I in the sense, then introduce a variable, new variable with I as a subscript. Understand? So finally, these are our predictions after removing the left recursion and after converting it into the corresponding GNF form. Okay, just have a look at this. All our predictions which are available over here, they are all satisfying the property called, so terminal followed by any number of variables are only terminal. Okay, so this is what the process that we are going to follow in order to convert our grammar into the corresponding GNF form. Okay, now if you go over here, so Is it okay for you? Now please check. So this is the process what we have followed. So I hope it is clear for you, like how we are converting our given grammar into the equivalent grayback normal form. Yeah, thank you very much and have a nice day.